All this time, while having lively, sometimes heated, discussions about Israel and Middle Eastern geopolitics, I've noticed something striking. Many of my evangelical friends treat modern Israel very differently from my non-evangelical friends. It feels as if, to them, modern Israel is the same as the Israel of biblical times. A bit of research confirmed my suspicion. This perspective is a key reason why American evangelical support for modern Israel is so fervent. Many evangelicals, especially those shaped by dispensationalist theology, see today's Israel as a direct continuation of the ancient biblical Israel. They believe the return of Jews to their ancestral homeland is a literal fulfillment of Old Testament prophecies necessary for Jesus' second coming. In this framework, modern Israel is the continuation of biblical Israel. They conflate the ancient covenant people of God with the modern nation-state. Prophetic signs. They interpret political or military events in Israel as divine milestones. Criticism feels like blasphemy. Questioning Israel's actions can seem like opposing God's plan itself, which explains why some defend even questionable policies with near-fanatic zeal. But historically and theologically, many Christians, including Catholics, Orthodox, and mainline Protestants, distinguish between ancient Israel and the modern secular state founded in 1948. They see today's Israel as a political entity, not a direct embodiment of biblical Israel. Understanding who actually founded modern Israel sheds light on how different it is from the ancient kingdom some imagine. The founding fathers of modern Israel, Theodor Herzl. Regarded as the father of modern political Zionism, Herzl organized the First Zionist Congress in 1897 to seek a secular solution to European anti-Semitism. David Ben-Gurion, Israel's first prime minister, who declared independence in 1948 and led the new state through its early years. Chaim Weizmann, Israel's first president and a key diplomat who secured Britain's Balfour Declaration, supporting a Jewish homeland. Golda Meir, an early diplomat and later prime minister, known for her fierce resolve. Menachem Begin, a former leader of the Irgun paramilitary group who later became prime minister and signed the 1979 peace treaty with Egypt. These leaders were overwhelmingly secular Zionists motivated by politics and the urgent need for a safe haven for Jews, not by fulfilling Christian end-times prophecy. In fact, many Orthodox Jews opposed Zionism then, arguing that only the Messiah could re-establish Israel, a point I've often highlighted. It made me wonder, did the founders of modern Israel have any inkling that their state would later be mythologized so differently by American evangelicals than by the rest of the world, including most of Christendom? Unsurprisingly, research shows the answer is no. They couldn't have predicted it. They were secular nationalists, focused on building a state for Jewish survival, not on Christian theology. Evangelical Christian Zionism wasn't mainstream yet, and dispensationalist end-times ideas were still niche until they exploded in popularity in the US decades later, especially after the 1967 Six-Day War. Their priorities were immediate survival, negotiating with Britain, and defending against neighboring Arab states, not anticipating how American religious groups would interpret their efforts. Orthodox Jewish divisions over Zionism meant even within Judaism, Zionist founders faced significant pushback. The evangelical obsession emerged later, with figures like Jerry Falwell and the Moral Majority in the 1980s, popularizing the belief that Israel's success fulfilled biblical prophecy, long after many founders had passed away. Bottom line, the founders of modern Israel envisioned a Jewish homeland for safety and sovereignty, not a catalyst for Christian prophecy. The evangelical prophetic view was an unexpected twist decades later, something they neither planned nor foresaw. I found out that there's a well-documented pattern of Israeli leaders, especially Netanyahu, skillfully leveraging American evangelical fervor for political and diplomatic advantage. Here's why many historians and analysts believe Netanyahu has actively courted evangelical support. He knows their power in US politics. American evangelicals are a massive, organized voting bloc. Their steadfast, often unquestioning support for Israel has translated into pressure on US politicians to back Israeli policies, regardless of whether those policies are popular elsewhere in the world or align with broader American interests. He's openly cultivated evangelical leaders. Netanyahu has spoken at major evangelical events, welcomed figures like John Hagee, founder of Christians United for Israel, and praised their unwavering support. He's made appeals directly tailored to evangelical theology, reinforcing the idea that Israel is central to God's plan. He frames Israeli policies in biblical language. Netanyahu has repeatedly invoked biblical references when speaking to evangelical audiences, strengthening the sense that modern Israel is a continuation of biblical prophecy. His occasional references to the Amalekites show a willingness to tap into apocalyptic narratives. It bolsters Israel's U.S. support, even when controversial. Evangelical backing has helped shield Israel from stronger criticism by U.S. administrations, especially on contentious issues like settlement expansion or the Gaza blockade, by ensuring political leaders fear alienating this powerful base. It provides a counterbalance to shifting American Jewish opinion. While many American Jews, especially younger ones, have grown more critical of Israeli policies, Netanyahu has found a reliable alternative in evangelicals who remain staunchly pro-Israel. So yes, it's clear Netanyahu and other Israeli leaders have recognized evangelical obsession with Israel as a strategic asset, and they've adeptly nurtured it to strengthen political, financial, and diplomatic support from the U.S. No wonder Netanyahu has often acted so defiant toward U.S. presidents like Obama and Biden. And no wonder he has the audacity to brag about how easy it is to control the United States, Israel's main benefactor.
America is a thing you can move very easily. Move it in the right direction. They won't get in their way.
אבל אנחנו הולכים למסלול התנגשות עם הממשל האמריקאי. ארצות הברית זה לא מקשה אחת, זה לא מקשה אחת. יש את הסנאט, יש את הקונגרס, יש את הכוח היהודי שהוא עצום, יותר חזק משהיה אי פעם. יש דעת קהל, יש לנו כוחות כבירים בדעת הקהל שמתנגדים למדיניות הזאת.